Hello. Hello. Oh, I am very off-center. That is incredible. Oh, do we move the camera or do we move the community manager? Hello, chat. Let's move the community manager. Here we go. I can do a little shimmy. It'll be ever so slightly less comfortable for me, but for you, chat, it's worth it. I will tank my knee being pressed against this desk. Hello, chat. We move both. Daring today, aren't we? Oh, guten Tag, hello. Soundbars seem fine. I mean, I haven't literally changed jack all about OBS since last week. And last week, miraculously, after almost a 4-month break, the stream was still working perfectly fine. So, you know, we count our blessings here at Coffee Stain Studios. How are you doing? It is entirely self-wrought, but I am sleep-deprived to the moon and back. So chat, today is going to be a slow day. A little slow burner. It is entirely self-wrought. I've, since coming back from Japan, I have been picking up a few things. Picking up a few hobbies, picking up a few phone calls. I made a few phone calls that I should have made a while back, just to a couple of friends. Check back in with them. I've filled my schedule. And one of the hobbies that I have picked up, inspired by friends among me, is writing. And yesterday, writing kept me up until a solid 4:14 a.m. So, you know, today we play ball. How are you, chat, is the more important question for me. Wouldn't be sleep deprived if the pioneer could sleep in the hub. That is very true. I actually... Okay, I am so sorry for immediately derailing into Final Fantasy XIV, but if you log out of the game in FF14 from either an inn or your own house, because you can have your own house, when you log back into the game, your character actually wakes up in a bed, which is like giga cute. Hello! Nobody has asked for you yet. I don't think people miss you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Bye, Jason. That guy is sick today, so he can't join the stream. I was gonna tell you he was sick, but now I can't because he was just literally here, unfortunately. No, there's no Jason on stream today either, because we are still playing slight catch-up with community content, videos, and launch shenanigans for consoles. So it is another solo Mikael dev stream today. But Jason says hi. Hi, Jason. I was joking, by the way. I think people do miss you, so if you want to join, feel very free, man. Oh. I couldn't hear him through my headphones. Super happy. You are okay. Happy playing Jurassic World Evo? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. A friendly hello from Germany. Right back at you, Builder. Thank you. The eye bags? Yeah, I was afraid. Again, entirely self-wrought. And honestly, if you have to be sleep deprived, at least it's good if you're having fun doing it. It's never good to be sleep deprived. Sleep, chat. Because there was a time, not too long ago, where I struggled with sleep, whether I wanted to sleep or not. And then that ended, and I slept like a baby. And I was reminded during that period that, oh my god, good sleep for like just only even a couple days straight, it makes all the difference. Oh, you feel like I actually bet there are a fair few individuals in this chat, again, whether you want to or not, you have forgotten what it is like to get proper sleep. And if you do, again, hopefully, like, you can actually achieve it if you're trying. Oh, it does make all the difference. It is so good. Sleep is so good. What sleep? Was my world last year. Currently looking at trade in prices for games at GameStop. Hi, Jason! Sorry, I shouted in the mic. We are not releasing Jason anywhere. If Jason gets released or if he quits or whatever, if he gets fired, the production here stops. It is giga game over. Look at that. It's a guy.
Thank you, Ethereum Hunter, for the greeting. Hi.
Hell yeah. Wait, that was interesting. When you leaned in, like I had the USB like doo-doo-dunk, like disconnection sound in my ear, and when you leaned back out, like the USB got disconnected again. Doo-doo-dunk. I don't know.
Very strange.
Are you electronic? He's real, chat. How do you fix your sleep? Alt recipes. How did I fix my sleep? I think the gym was a big one of that. So I mean, I've been in the gym for a good while. Last April, just disclaimer, we are going to talk a little bit about Satisfactory and all that shabazz for a bit, but just some intro now. I've been gymming for a bit, but since April, I think, this year, I actually have been lifting under professional supervision. I've been paying an expert to look at me and tell me what to do. And not like at a local gym. This is like fully, like a full-on private course, online, all that shabazz. And I've never been more tired, and honestly, like just by the measurements of mirror and measurement tape, I've never been stronger and bigger. So it's paid off, and I've been tired. So that's a big one. On top of other stuff, it's like just, I mean, slowly but surely getting pieces of your life back together, stressing less about stuff that needs stressing about, which is good. Thankfully, Sweden is a place that allows for a fair bit of that, like taking care of yourself if you do need to. So I was about to using that, which is, it sounds kind of toxic or abusive, but I mean, yeah, I've been using that. Today though, we're tired. Sleep is inefficient. I see some devs escaped the dev dungeon and made a new game. Indeed, we do need to celebrate that Nuggets, which is mainly composed of senior ex-Coffee Stain devs, did release a game. Was it today actually? Like, did it release today? It's called Are We There Yet? I know Jace is streaming that, so if you want to go check out Jace's stream, Are We There Yet? Here you go. You can check some gameplay of that game. Congratulations! GG. Releasing a game is never easy. They made it. Released 1 hour ago. Hell yeah. Giga hell yeah. We'd love to hear it. It's so fun. I have to give it a whack. I hope they give me a friends and family code. I know people over there, I think. Quite barely. It's also getting giga hot in here, so I'm gonna take this off. It's winter outside. Kinda. It's like winter spring outside. It's like winter fall. It's raining a bit, but otherwise it's pretty fine. Let's get this away. Jason, if you're free, could you get some of my Pepsi Max from the left going towards the kitchen fridge? I have like 5 of them in there. I forgot to pick them off because I was talking shit with my producer before this started. Thank you. See, I love that we hired this guy. He's so useful. Let me catch up on chat, because I really today you are carrying the stream, chat. There is the batteries in this one are running dangerously low. I had 5, I drank them all. I am about to. Whoa, no need for gym. I lift heavy weights when I go pee. That. I would not have read that comment out, usually, but today I feel feisty. Nice. I could still take him. Good shit or bad shit? I forgot what I was referring to with shit, so, oh well. Probably good shit. There's rarely any bad shit around here. Oh, God. CSS Beefcake Calendar when? Funny you ask about CSS Beefcake, B in particular. Chat, today is a very special day, and I'll be completely honest, I forgot it was. I forgot it was Coffee Stain's birthday today. We turned 15. Woo! Happy birthday, Coffee Stain. On the 21st of October 2010, this studio founded itself here in Skövde, and they started whacking away at I Love Strawberries. Happy birthday, GG. Happy birthday, and thank you. We've come a long way. Our ancestors pushed the train. Whoa. Holy moly, he even brought a glass.
I have one condition.
Yeah?
I get to do an ASMR segment.
Sure. Jason gets to do an ASMR segment. Oi, oi, oi.
Hi, chat. Today we're drinking Pepsi Max.
You spit on my keyboard. I'll punch you. Yes, that is yours. That could have put me right to bed. Thank you, Jason.
Damn it!
Not sponsored, not sponsored. I promise you, chat. If it was any freer than it isn't, I would hide the labels of every can I drink. All right. Enough about me and Pepsi. Not enough about you. If you have stories to tell me, chat, tell me all about you. I will keep up. I will read. And while we pick away at you guys, I am also going to open this tab. And because this tab tells me what I am going to talk about today. No, of course you don't do ice. No, what? If I want ice, I'll just drink water. Are you joking? What's up, Nagrat? Train logic improvement. Let's start with that then. Fine. I don't have... I'm just gonna sit in this little left corner of the camera. Chat, you can deal with that, right? I'm comfy here right now for a spill. We don't have any train improvements per se to talk about today, but we do have something concerning railways, because if you were around last week on DevStream, or if you've paid attention to the patch notes on the experimental branch, and if you've played experimental, you are aware, hopefully, that we are having EXP up at the moment, mainly to test a certain refactor of our spline collision method. And we talked about this briefly yesterday, but what spline collision allows us to do in Satisfactory is we, as developers, we get to envelop belts, pipes, and hypertubes, these three, in this case, with rectangular hitboxes, because, you know, a straight belt, a straight pipe, and, well, at least a straight belt is rectangular, and then a straight pipe and straight tube. Yeah, they're cylinders, but it still makes sense for rectangular hitboxes in game logic to surround these things. And what splines allow us to do, splines, just think of them as points along this rectangle. As you, aesthetically, bend or curve your belts or pipes or tubes, splines allow the hitboxes, the rectangles, to curve right along these models. So the hitboxes will always match the shape of your objects. Now, astute observers do know that railways follow very similar... Be careful bending your tubes, chat. Yes. Astute observers know that building railways is very similar to belts, pipes, and tubes. And even astuter gamers are also aware that we have not refactored the spline collision method for railways. And we know this because the point of the refactoring in the first place, by the way, is that currently in the live version of the game, when you place a belt or a pipe or a tube, these always have hitboxes around them. Always. No matter where you are, once you place something, the hitbox is there with it always. On EXP, and hopefully on live very soon, when you, the player, the pioneer, moves away from any of these objects, the hitbox of the far away belts, pipes, tubes should despawn, because you don't need them to be there. Like objects rolling around or traveling along the belt have nothing to do with physical physics, gravity. So the hitboxes are useless as long as you are not there to collide with them. And if you place a lot of these objects, eventually these hitboxes will start adding up and you will take a lot of computational power. So players who have saves with a shit ton of belts, pipes, tubes will realize that they are seeing quite remarkable performance improvements on EXP. Players who mainly build with railways don't see the same because, again, hitboxes and railways, they still persist. We have not made sure that these go away when you are going away from them, and this has to do with signals on railways. Because what signals do, as we all know if we build with trains, is that they prevent trains from crashing into each other if they are supposed to meet or about to meet at a junction or a crossing of railways. And these signals depend on hitboxes in particular to always know where a railway meets another railway. So if we start removing these hitboxes as you move away from them, Trains, yeah, you can do the math. It's gonna be disastrous. So in order for you to not have train collisions all over the planet as you're working elsewhere, we have made sure that the hitboxes are staying for now. But we are looking into improving performance as well as logistics for trains in the future. But that's why they are not part of the spline collision refactor. Now you know. Does it affect the number of UE objects? No, it does not affect the number of U objects. They kind of, yeah, we do see the sentiment for trains needing a rework, and we have some pretty dedicated pioneers out there really testing the limits of trains and the math, just the sheer math. Even if you know how to write code, just the sheer math of some networks you put up out there is quite complicated. So we need to make sure we can adjust for all that. But for now, it is not on the map for the immediate future. It's a big brain fix. Improving liquid trains or all trains? Did anyone test my bean theory with the spline hitbox removal? I don't think so. No. I don't. At least I didn't. And I've been kind of disconnected from what the devs have been doing individually. Because I am still playing Giga Catch-Up, especially since a little, like, not virus, but like people in this office keep taking turns being semi-sick, like slowing down, which is completely fair. If you're sick, you should go home and rest. And this has also slightly affected community, so we've just been trying to carry each other in our own little bubble. Am I going bald? Maybe. Time to download the EXP branch again. I'll see you there, Total. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see. What else did I miss? Reticulated splines. Could we add coal trains? Because why not? I mean, coal trains were a thing. Like, coal, you transported shit tons of coal back in the past with trains, right? Didn't you? May we know what the price of the game is? It still just says announced. Oh, you mean on the consoles? That should be very roughly similar to, or roughly very similar to the game on PC. Like, our aim is to price it exactly as it is on Steam, which I believe is 38, 39 euros, and the equivalent in your currency, with localization shenanigans on top of that. But then there might be very, very slight fluctuations in that price, depending on console store back and stuff, but that's on Sony's and Microsoft's ends. So we are aiming to release it at around the same price, and if it's slightly higher or lower, then that's because that's them being funky. Toot, toot, toot. Hi, Mikael. Hello. Hello. Can confirm, also sick, and it sucks. Indeed. In fact, one of our programmers, Lim, actually, is down with the tonsillitis. So my guy has been out for almost 2 weeks, taking care of his completely annihilated throat. We miss him. We miss him. So yeah. Winter starts strong in Sweden. Release time. We do. Indeed. We do have a release time for the 4th of November. We don't plan on opening pre-orders or pre-downloads of the game before November 4th. So don't wait around for that to happen. You will be able to purchase and download the game on November 4th, and the plan is for you to do so at 2 p.m. CET. I believe it is CET because it is currently CEST, but literally this Sunday that's about to change. Oh, by the way, reminder, if you live somewhere where we do summer and winter time, we are gaining an hour this Sunday. Woohoo! Can stay up and game even longer if you want to. So yeah, I think all of Europe, or like whatever, at least Sweden is moving into CET this Sunday. So adjusting for winter time, the game will release at 2 p.m. on November 4th. CET. Hello. Hello, this sounds bad. And we are planning on also having a stream along with this. And we are planning on streaming as the game releases on console. Because usually we do streams counting down to the release of an update or the actual game in the case of 1.0. But this time around we are going to start the stream as consoles launch, and then you can choose to either, go and play console, Or you can stick along by your PC and just chill with us on stream as we talk about the journey of how console was to make, challenges, funsies, what we learned, and yeah, just sit with us, have a good time. On the topic of train collisions, do you check every hitbox on the train? We do check every hitbox on the railways if you have signals checking the junctions or where these railways meet. Which then leads you to think that, well, if we don't have signals all around the place, then surely we don't need the hitboxes, right? Well, sure, but then you risk crashing trains if you have like multiple of them running at the same time. There's definitely some more graceful ways to handle optimization for railways, or even just logistics of signals anyway. But yeah, we check hitboxes on the railways in particular, where they meet, always. If you have signals where they meet. Couldn't you cut that down to first and last hitbox with signals and collisions with other trains? Maybe. I don't know the... I do know programming, I don't know the nitty-gritty code of train logic, and if they were to let me code on the game, I think trains is the last thing I would pick to learn about. Let's see, what were you thinking to? Nightjet, let me mouse over. Oh yeah, no, that was a question I answered. That does sound logical though, just looking at it. Remember when 1.0 dropped, then my 1200 hour save went from 30 seconds to sub 2? Optimization. Thank God for it. In 5 hours I need to wake up and go to work. Go to bed. Please, friend. Go to bed. Hey, there is Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. A distance spline hitbox removals. What's going to happen if someone aims a Hypertube Cannon through spaghet? That's actually something I should try. Will Satis be cross-playable with console? You can cross-play between the PS5 and the Xbox, but on launch you will not be able to cross-play between PC and console. Only between the consoles themselves. We do have a video. Let me find that video real quick. Jason released a video in September, I believe, which answers a lot of pressing questions you have about consoles. And crossplay was one of them. So if you have even more questions about consoles, there is a very good chance that my guy has answered that for you already. So go check this video. I should actually have a command for that video. I'll make sure to have that for the next stream. Q&A video right there if you want to just check up a couple of common concerns about console before they release. That's that. So, what else has been going on, chat? We did the railways. We are having a message from QA. Chat, let me ask you a question relating to this message. How many of you are experiencing crashes the millisecond that you put down a blueprint? I'll give you a minute to yes or no with that. You do. Cool. Occasionally. Intentional crash or unintentional? Piss off. No crash, but lag. Lag can also be relevant, yes. An even better question would actually be, can you reproduce that on demand? Like, can you actually force this crash? Will the same blueprint actually crash your game every single time? Because that would be sick. Well, it wouldn't be sick, but it would be sick for our current theory about why that happens. Not crashes, but my overall frame rate as holograms appear on screen drops gradually each time I place another blueprint. That could also be related. Also tying into the hologram feedback we've had for a while. Not with blueprints, more when the game tries to save my 13.5 megab. Slag, haven't used blueprints. Okay. Because we have a theory, QA has a theory, that crashes and maybe even lag when placing down blueprints has everything to do with the U object list. By the way, I should say, it's even better in this case. It strengthens our theory. If the crash report you are getting when the crash happens tells you that you have a U object related crash, because we are suspecting that the blueprints that crash your games or your saves do so because the U object limit is met in terms of how many items listed are needed to build said blueprint. The U object, the UE object. We just call him U object. Who needs the E anyway? Not yet, but a piece is like 10 years old. Ish. Yeah, that's also thank you, Acrew Gaming. That's also giga strong to know, because again, like we have U objects in terms of just objects in the actual world. Like when they're placed in the world, yeah, they are objects counted towards a certain limit of objects placed in the world. But then we have other limits, and one of them also very much includes limits of objects just listed in any sort of list that is relevant in any given instance, such as when you place down a building, a constructor, a buildable, an object, anything. There will be a brief instance where something is computed in the backend of these many objects, or this many objects, sorry, is needed to create whatever you're building. And if this number exceeds a certain limit in the backend, because the limit for, say, the limit for objects you would need to build something in a single instance would obviously be much lower than the limit of objects you can place in the world. Because in the world you would be able, hopefully, to place tens, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of objects at the same time. But there would never really be any need for you to need 50,000 objects at the same time to build something in a flash. So that would just be like memory allocated to that wasted. So the limit for building stuff could maybe just be, say, in the hundreds or maybe thousands at best. So if that limit is met, you may crash with blueprints. So we are looking into that. Try my 1660 Super. Will there be crossplay between PC and console? No, there will not be. Between consoles only. Mostly on huge blueprints. Cool. If you have a blueprint that you can, or a save file and the blueprint that you can confidently and consistently reproduce it with, please hit me up on Discord. Just label it like blueprint or something so I don't instantly chuck it away, because I usually do with DMs because there's just way too many of you. I'm sorry, guys. No toxic. No toxic. That takes care of the blueprint. Holler. Have one which crashes a server remotely. Damn, most powerful. There's a range GPS right there. They were very detailed blueprints when I had the crashes, and I was placing a lot of them. Yeah, detailed blueprints would also probably entail lots of objects spent building these. So there we go. Is a 1.2 trailer coming? Well, I hope so, sure, but then also that's probably around when 1.2 is coming, which is not this week or next week. I can confirm. Unfortunately. Unfortunately for you, chat, you will not be seeing 1.2 in October. Oh well, we tried. We tried. And let's slow down a little brain. Let's catch up on chat. Anything else going on? I can move back to center. I can stop being off center for you guys now, chat. 1.2 this year. Ooh. I would be more coy about this. I swear I would. But I was on record last week, and maybe I shouldn't have said, but it was also probably not a very big secret. 1.2 is not hitting this year. No. We have consoles on November 4th, followed by Fixmas very shortly after, and there is a certain degree of focus on Fixmas, making sure it runs smoothly, it should run smoothly. It's just like actually, works smoothly on consoles, because this will be the first Fixmas on consoles. So 1.2 will not see the light of day until 2026, which is very soon, which is so scary. God. I can do with less of that time thing happening. It's been too much of it lately. Ugh. But 1.2 on January 1st, obviously. Well, we can always pray, can't we? God, I wonder how many devs will be here on the first. Actually, none. We got that day off. We did. I think most companies in Sweden. I can't speak for them. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up about that. Will there eventually be crossplay between PC and console? Never say never. Never say never, but not on launch. Final Fantasy XIV Online when? I did resub over the weekend and played for not many hours. Just caught up with the main story with a friend, and we did the new final trial boss together. It was fun. That was about it. Oh yeah, the 1st January, that's a Tuesday, would be the 6th. Oof. Unfortunate chat. It's as late as the first Tuesday of a new year could get for you. Unfortunate. They explain why in their video from 2 weeks ago answering your questions. Yep, exactly. If you want details about why crossplay is not happening and shit, go watch that video. We have that up on our YouTube, and it is very well detailed, made by our little Jason guy. And will there be a video this Friday? Yes, that's the plan. That is the plan. There is a plan for a video in 3 days. Again, if all 3 of us kick the bucket and catch the flu tomorrow, no, there will not be a video on Friday. But if the train keeps itself on the rails, yeah, you will have a video this Friday. All 3. Who's the third wheel? If anything, I am the third wheel. Let's get that straight right off the bat. There's 3 of us in the community room, and I am very much a third wheel. We have Jason, obviously, and then we also have a guy called Linus. I shout him out sometimes. Is he in this? He was gonna do something in this room, but he's not doing it at the moment. I do shout him out sometimes. Linus is slightly more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. The 1.1 postcards video, most cool edits in videos right up until this year, trailers at large, marketing beats, voice of reason for what community should and should not do, is very much made by or run through this guy. So a backbone, so to speak. My job is just to appear in front of cameras and say stupid shit and take some blame for trains fucking about or something. He's the guy who actually knows what he's doing around here. And then Jason is somewhere in between. Yeah, no. It's again, all the 1.0 trailer. if you like the 1.0 trailer, which by the way we do as well, both in terms of just quality of the trailer and how much mileage we are getting out of it, you can thank him. If you love that trailer, you can absolutely thank him, because without him you wouldn't have it. People blame that. Not blame. People think that, that community guy I used to work with before he quit, I think his name was Jace. People thanked him for the trailer work, and I'm like, bro, he did 15% of it. Hello? Oh yeah. I should actually make a command for ads too, because people keep asking. If you're seeing ads, that's because I can't stop them. We are not affiliate, we are not partner, that hasn't changed. Twitch is monetizing every channel on the platform, no matter who you are. So, we can't control. We've tried to stay, we are just on our end still completely free content for you guys. But if you see ads, that's on them. That is on them. Alright. Was there anything else? We took most things, right? U-Object, Railways, Happy Birthday, we did that. There was one more thing. Because I've been asked, not here, but slightly around the platforms, mainly on Discord and on Reddit, because Reddit is where this took place. Some people have been asking, because most of you, I think, maybe, saw the post made by a certain community member who has been struggling with ALS on Reddit. Saw his save, or shots of his save, saw bits of his story about playing this game and how he ultimately has to take a backseat because the ALS has progressed that far. We've been in talks with him. We did say on Reddit that we would reach out and talk, and we did. Got some very nice feedback on how to improve or implement at all even more support for people who are struggling with disabilities to keep playing this game. So we are absolutely on track exploring stuff regarding eye tracking or other ways of controlling the game. So that little cogwheel has started spinning as well. But that's very much a track parallel to many other tracks going at the moment. So just to give you Reddit community guys a update on that, because it was a popular topic, a hot topic. All right, yeah, no, it's the least we can do. It is, it sucks, man. The world fucking sucks sometimes. And what we can do, doing what we do with our job as game developers, is just make sure it sucks as little as possible for as many people as possible. That's like kind of what it boils down to. Oh, it is. It is. Doot. Oh, hell yeah, Hordes. Hell yeah. Then I'll see you there. I'm gonna be there too on Friday. Oh yeah, we can talk about that as well, briefly. Why not? We, as you may or may not know, at Coffee Stain Studios, making Satisfactory in particular, are based in Skövde. Skövde, a small little town kind of right in between Gothenburg and Stockholm, which is like the towns on the map, basically, the world map. And here at Skövde, we are having something called the Sweden Game Conference? I believe it's called the Sweden Game Conference. Which runs through this Thursday and Friday this week, where developers of Skövde, perhaps obviously, but then also actually worldwide, like throughout the years, this happens once every year, and we've had people we had Telltale Games the year of them being treated like garbage. We have had Blizzard over here. We've had, I believe, Jason Schreier has been here as well. People from just, small, big, all kinds of walks and studios are coming to this little gathering once every year. And that's happening this week as well on Thursday and Friday. And one of us at Coffee Stain, perhaps two of us, I don't remember, are going to hold speeches over there. I am not one of them. But if you are in town, I'll see you there. And you will see some of us around as well. Not only me. It's a very nice little town. It's very calm. It's a whiplash. It sure as hell is a whiplash from Tokyo. Second time in my life that I experienced that, because when I lived in Tokyo back in 2017, I moved from Tokyo. Like, I had lived there for 1 year, and I moved from Tokyo to Skövde within a span of 2 weeks. Which, yeah, was a readjustment to be sure. And now, since I do live here, when I went back to Tokyo over September for a month, going back from there to here immediately, again, a readjustment. You guys made Valheim, thank you so much. We published Valheim. If you want to give cred to the Valheim devs, give that credit to Iron Gate Studios. I can actually write that out if you want to read up about them. Iron Gate Studios. Bam. Now, like, we do work very, very closely with them. They literally sit like 5 minutes that way down the street. So we can go say hi to them, have lunch with them, whatever. They made Valheim, and we published it as part of their... I mean, let's say published it. It's in EA. We published their EA attempts. Gigafun guys, some of those devs are among the... excuse me. Funniest people I know. So if you end up running into one of them at any point, say hi. They'll like you. I will. On Friday, if nothing else. Unless I run into them earlier than that. Maybe one of them is in this chat. I don't know if they lurk. I don't think so. I think they have better things to do than watch my silly face on a camera. Unlike you guys. All right. Chat. Goat Sim was us, yeah. Because today was our birthday, we had a little celebration in our kitchen, and we had 4 cakes. We had 4 cakes decorated with the 4 games that Coffee Stain proper has made, and that is Satisfactory, Goat Simulator, Sanctum, and I Love Strawberries. That's nice. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Strawberries, yes. We have not made Valheim, we have not made Deep Rock Galactic, we have not made Into the Unworld, we have not made all the other games that we have published but not made per se. So yeah. Sanctum 2? I mean, yeah, sure. Lump that in. Sanctum 2, Goat Sim 3, yeah, and like the 16 or whatever spin-offs of Goat Sim on the phone or elsewhere. Rock and Stone.